It could be the deal of the century. PSG buy Kylian Mbappe now and pay next year. Barcelona show off their replacement for Neymar, and they're a step closer to securing Philippe Coutinho as well. Hello, I'm Kate Mason with your beIN Sports News. Kylian Mbappe has been denied a Monaco farewell before his move to Ligue 1 rivals Paris Saint-Germain. The French champions crushed Marseille 6-1 last night on beIN Sports. Mbappe was an unused substitute for what looks like his final match as a Monaco player. Radamel Falcao scored twice for Leonardo Jardim's side, but the headlines are all about the 18-year-old PSG target. And joining us live from Paris to talk us through the deal is beIN Sports France's Matt Spiro. Matt, how's this deal going to work then? And are the figures we're hearing, 180 million euros, are they correct?
Hi, Kate. Well, first of all, it's probably a good thing that Kylian Mbappe wasn't sent on in the final minutes of that game yesterday. He was getting booed by the Monaco supporters. Everybody in France now knows it is happening, this deal. Kylian Mbappe, who's from the Paris region, is returning to the French capital. And yes, as far as my information is concerned, these figures are true, 180 million euros, but the payment will not be coming now. It's going to be a loan deal. Monaco will loan Kylian Mbappe to Paris Saint-Germain with a view to a 180 million euro transfer next summer. Now, the crux of this issue is, will the option be compulsory or not? Now, officially, it is just an option. So the loan deal is going through, and Paris Saint-Germain can buy Kylian Mbappe next summer for 180 million euros. But reading between the lines, Paris Saint-Germain, I think, are going to be in a position whereby the deal will have to go through next summer. And of course, what they want is to avoid difficulties with UEFA regarding financial fair play. And by doing the deal this way, they can have Mbappe playing with Neymar this season, and Paris Saint-Germain believe not incur any fines from UEFA.
Right, Matt. So effectively, this entire concept is being designed to get around financial fair play?
Well, yes, that's right. And if, as I understand it, if the loan deal is with a compulsory option, then these figures have to go in the accounts this year, and therefore Paris Saint-Germain would have to declare that they are going to pay 180 million euros to Monaco next year. This is why the option is just that, it's an option, and therefore in PSG's accounts this year we'll have the 220 million for Neymar, but not the 180 for Mbappe. PSG clearly want to hit very, very hard this summer. They want to buy two phenomenal young attackers. They're certainly very close now to securing the second attacker, and it's hugely ambitious. These amounts are totally unprecedented, and it's an incredibly exciting time, of course, for Paris Saint-Germain and their supporters.
And in France, where you are, Matt, now, of course, amongst all this, Mbappe is training with the France squad. How is Didier Deschamps taking all of this transfer distraction?
Well, it's difficult. Deschamps is not happy. He said last week nobody is going to be allowed to finalise a transfer once they're at Clairefontaine in the last few days of this month. France have got a big game coming up on Thursday against the Netherlands. They lost to Sweden. They cannot afford to slip up in their World Cup qualifying campaign again against the Netherlands. Of course, we know that Dembele has just signed for Barcelona. He wasn't included in the squad. Mbappe was. But speaking this morning, Deschamps has backtracked a little bit. I think he's been left with no choice and pushed into a corner. He said, listen, if Mbappe has to have a medical at Clairefontaine, then yes, we can probably sort that out and make an exception. But it is far from ideal. Deschamps also accidentally made the deal official because he said, listen, I'm not worried about him. Yes, he's leaving Monaco, but he's staying in Ligue 1. So Deschamps effectively revealing what we all know. He is joining Paris Saint-Germain.
Gosh, so someone else who looks to be leaving Monaco is Thomas Lemar, and that looks like another blow for Arsenal, because is it right that Liverpool have basically dived in and nicked their target?
Well, we know that Arsene Wenger was very keen, came in with 2, possibly 3 bids this summer, going up to 50 million euros. But Liverpool, it seems, they're not doing anything underhand. They've come in, I mean, we know on beIN Sports on Friday, we revealed that Philippe Coutinho didn't want to be included in Liverpool's Champions League squad. He's keen to push through a move to Barcelona. Now, Thomas Lemar, should he join Liverpool, and reports here that Liverpool have bid 72 million euros, which is a sum I think Monaco are going to find hard to refuse. He wouldn't be a like-for-like replacement for Philippe Coutinho. He's also an attack-minded midfielder, but Lemar prefers to play wide left. He's better on that left-hand side. But we know, of course, that should Coutinho go, Liverpool will have money to spend, and Lemar, at 21 years of age, would surely be a good signing. Had a tremendous season with Monaco last year. He's got a big future, and yeah, Arsenal would be a bit unhappy. Not a great 24 hours for the Gunners.
Thanks for keeping an eye on this for us, Matt Spiro in Paris. Well, Liverpool are in fact already spending the Coutinho money. They've agreed to a club record deal to sign Leipzig midfielder Naby Keita, but he won't officially be joining until next summer. They've agreed to pay the midfielder's £48 million release clause. And the dreams are coming true for someone else too. It's Ousmane Dembele. The 20-year-old officially became a Barcelona player today. He is the club's most expensive signing ever, following his €105 million move from Borussia Dortmund. The French international passed his medical earlier and described his arrival at the Camp Nou as a dream.
I'm delighted to be here. To be honest, it's a dream come true to be here with Barcelona, and I'm very excited to be here. I'm excited to play for the best team in the world, with the best players in the world. I really look forward to playing alongside the likes of Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez and working with them to win many more titles.
Our reporter Jamie Easton was at that news conference this afternoon. Jamie, what have you got for us?
Ousmane Dembele was presented here today, Kate, in the middle of a great expectation from media all around the world. He's the second most expensive football transfer in the entire history. There were 18,000 fans at the Camp Nou delighted to welcome him, but things weren't as Barcelona expected because there was a huge delay on this presentation, more than 1 hour and a half of delay due to some problems between papers with the player and his former club. With Borussia Dortmund, they got solved out, but during the fans were waiting in the stands, we could hear a lot of chants asking for Bartomeu to resign in favour of the ex-president Laporta. We saw white handkerchiefs in the stands, boos and whistles, so it wasn't the best moment for the current Barca board, who is still fighting to sign new players. According to Robert Fernandez, the sports director of the team, he said that he wants one player at least to come and a second player, if it's possible. One of the two names obviously is Coutinho. He's expected to arrive to Barcelona before the 1st of September. Ousmane Dembele will start training under Ernesto Valverde's orders tomorrow, and his first game could be on the 9th of September in the Catalan derby against Espanyol here at the Camp Nou.
Borussia Dortmund have moved quickly to replace Dembele, today announcing the Ukraine international Andrei Yarmolenko has joined the club from Dynamo Kiev. The 27-year-old has signed a 4-year deal at Dortmund.
We'll start with the big transfer news coming out of Merseyside, as Sky Sports News understands that Liverpool have made a £55.5 million bid for Monaco midfielder Thomas Lemar.
We believe Monaco are yet to accept or reject the offer as they assess the options in their squad. They've already lost Bernardo Silva, Temui Bakayoko and Benjamin Mendy this summer. Arsenal were also keen on Lemar, but Arsene Wenger confirmed last week that the deal was dead, with Monaco refusing to sell. But now, Liverpool have moved to try to land the French international. Well, this is what Jurgen Klopp said about potential new signings following yesterday's 4-0 win over Arsenal.
I was really busy since we started again, so I would be surprised if I would not be busy in the next few days.
You would expect players to
You mean busy? Ah, that's what you mean. Not if I just... I thought I work and then we will see what happens. You thought there will be output. We will see.
Well, this is Liverpool's move for Lamar. Is Liverpool's move for Lamar linked to Philippe Coutinho's potential exit to Barcelona? Liverpool remain clear the Brazilian is not for sale. But Sky Sports Spanish football expert Guillem Balaguer joined us earlier to give us an update.
Liverpool insist they're not selling it. And not just that, they're asking Barcelona not to come back. That's it. It should be the end of the story. Barcelona have got 150, 160 million euros prepared to pay for Coutinho. They want to make a last offer. They feel that they're kind of morally obliged to do so, hoping that it will come off. They say they're optimistic, and they telling that to the Catalan media, which are they all saying is about to happen. But they've been saying that for 3-4 weeks. Liverpool are saying we're not selling. I think kind of Barcelona are starting getting the message, and they've got a plan B, and they've been looking around to see what there is, what they can do with those 160 million. They even look at Keita of Leipzig, which will be very interesting if there's a Barcelona one has been wanting all along by Liverpool.
So speculation about Coutinho goes on, but is this the day that Kylian Mbappe becomes the world's second most expensive signing? According to Sky sources, PSG have reached an agreement with Monaco to sign the striker on a loan deal, but with an obligation to buy him for £166 million next summer, in a move that would see the club attempt to comply with UEFA rules regarding financial fair play. Well, Mbappe is believed to be getting a pay rise of, get this, more than 2,000%. His wages going up to around £300,000 a week.
Mauricio Pochettino is close to his third signing in the last 7 days. As we understand, Tottenham have agreed a deal for Estudiantes defender Juan Foyth. The 19-year-old centre-back has been capped at under-20 level by Argentina. Foyth has told Argentinian media that Pochettino has convinced him to join Spurs. It'll be third signing of the summer for Tottenham, after the arrivals of Davinson Sanchez from Ajax and Paulo Grazanija from Southampton.
Well, Foyth's imminent arrival at Spurs means that Kevin Wimmer will almost certainly be on his way out of Tottenham. As Sky sources understand, he's going to have a medical at Stoke later today, as Mark Hughes looks to complete a £15 million deal for the Tottenham defender. Wimmer is keen on the move because he wants more regular Premier League football. He made just 5 league appearances for Tottenham last season, and he is not in Mauricio Pochettino's immediate plans. If Stoke can get the deal over the line, then Wimmer would be Mark Hughes' 7th signing of the summer.
Now to the future of the West Brom defender Johnny Evans. Sky sources have been told that the club have rejected a bid worth £21 million from Leicester City. It's Leicester's second attempt to land Evans after having a £10 million bid turned down last month. Manchester City are still interested in Evans despite their £18 million bid being rejected a fortnight ago, but they've yet to return with an increased offer. Meanwhile, Inter Milan want Shkodran Mustafi on loan with an option to buy. Sky in Italy are claiming Mustafi has agreed to join them.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain started yesterday's game at Liverpool just 2 days after he turned down a new Arsenal contract. He was subbed 17 minutes into the second half. Oxlade-Chamberlain's in his final year of his current deal, but this was Wenger's response when asked about his future.
Will Oxlade-Chamberlain be allowed to leave this week?
That's the kind of question I can answer after a game like that. I think we are focused on the game. What will happen on the transfer market in the next 3-4 days, I don't know.
And Mustafi?
Similar question, similar answer.